What is happening? I am Sia, and today we are going to discuss Arsenal 2, Leeds 1, and just, yeah, I think we're going down, aren't we? Before getting this, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts on the game. And if I say anything that makes no sense or is complete, utter nonsense, call me out on it. Call me out on it. Let's get stuck into it. We're going to first start off with the alien red card before we get into any of the goals, because let's start here. Obviously, Liam Cooper still not in the starting lineup, so Ayling was given the armband, which to anybody else in the football stratosphere means you are setting an example to fans, young fans watching it, and you just look at the pitch. You had Joffy on, Lewis Bielsa wasn't starting, he did one later on. You meant to set an example, and what a challenge it was. What a challenge it was. One moment of madness. Basically, this was a vital game for us. I mean, now he's out for the season. So now we lose Luke Ayling, who's our main right back for the rest of the season. We haven't got Dallas to fill in. There's Shackleton. Shackleton's going to have to play there. I would play Dan James as a right wing back because he did well, I think. I think he did more there than he has, well, when he's played up front, because he's not a striker. He's out on the wing. He's not doing a thing. I mean, Martinelli, he had us on toast all day. We were shocking all day. No one could deal with him, which people were slating drama before. Like last time we played them, Ayling couldn't do it. No one could deal with him. So fair enough. But I understand if he got a red card through the game, 2 yellows, because he's either tried to get all of him, he's missed, he's just clipped him, he's went down, he had a card, fair enough. But he flies into a challenge recklessly, feet off the floor. I don't know how it wasn't a red straight away. The fact he went to VAR was ridiculous, because I think everybody knew. I knew watching it what was going to happen. It was blatant. But you know what is coming, because I've even checked. It's like what? It's 6:45 Monday. I imagine there's an apology out there. I imagine he made an apology. It means nothing, because at this point we don't need apologies. We need to start getting some points. And the next 2 games, the next 2 games after Chelsea are extremely winnable. Well, at least a point anyway. Brighton, we should get a point. Brentford would love to beat us, but you'd like to think we have enough there to really cause them some damage. So he goes off, and then we need a goal. You know, obviously at that point we're 2-0 down. So we decide to bring off Joffy and bring on Strike, which I don't understand, because you like to think you have a striker there. The reason everyone's wanted Joffy to start, because Paddy's been out. We haven't got a striker. It's him and Joffy. I mean, you can include Greenwood, kind of, but I think Greenwood's more like a number 10, kind of. So then you have no striker on it. So if the ball in half an hour, the ball wasn't anywhere near their defence. It wasn't. They were all having a field day. Ramsdale might as well not even be in a goal. He was at the day off. So we now have no striker on the pitch. Joffy finally gets the start we've all been crying out for, and it's ended within half an hour because one of our most experienced players, who I don't think he's been great this season. I mean, to be fair, he's had to play centre back a lot of the time from what I remember. But our most experienced player has made him get dragged off after half an hour. When is that kid going to get a chance? Because he doesn't deserve to be in the Championship. I think he could easily cut it in the Prem. He's proven that. He scored some really good goals, crucial goals in very nervy games. That Norwich goal, it was a very nervy game. I mean, it was, wasn't it? We all thought that was it. A draw. How will we not beat Norwich? But this whole farce is summed up by Raphinha constantly going at the referee. We all know what's going to happen. He will get warned. He gets a yellow card, right? But he shouldn't have got to that point. Why is nobody else taking any accountability on that pitch, right, and grabbing hold of him, knowing he's the best shot we've got at getting out of this? He's our most creative player. If it wasn't for him, we'd already be relegated. We'd be down there in Norwich. Let's not joke about it. Yes, some games he has looked disinterested. I've battered him because I thought, well, he doesn't want to be here, does he? But without him, we are already down. We're not even in the conversation of safety. But why is no one else on that pitch, right? Phillips is on the pitch. Why is no one grabbing hold of him, telling him to calm down, dragging him away from the referee? Everyone just lets him crack on with it. I mean, I've seen some people say it's a passion thing. It's not a passion thing, is it? It's not. He knows he's leaving. I imagine he wants to set some sort of prove a point or something. He plays for Brazil. He's better than Neymar for Brazil, so he doesn't have anything to prove. But it's the same thing all season. There's not one. If Cooper's not on the pitch, there's not one single leader on that pitch, and it really costs us. You see our defence be a shambles. Yesterday it was a shambles. Without Cooper, I mean, I do think at this point we should have had a better defender than being Cooper, yeah. But nobody else on that pitch talks. I'm convinced no one on that pitch will communicate to each other what needs to happen to set up for any set pieces because we're fragile there as well now, aren't we? After that City game, it's generally just shocking. So the goals. Oh, the goals. I don't know what they were thinking. The first one, I don't know how many times we've seen this now, where you have to blame Meslier because he should be getting rid of it. But at this point, why the hell played it to him? You know they're pressing high. We've had Nketiah at the squad. We know how quick he is. We know how quick he is. You've played the ball into Meslier knowing that Eddie is going to be straight on him. And fair enough, he should have cleared it. But at this point, I thought we were past this. We played Leicester. We were clearing our lines. When they started pressing us too high, we couldn't do anything about it. We just cleared it. We got rid of it. Big boot. Danger gone. We can reset. Hopefully win the ball back further up the pitch. And this is something that I thought was part of this system we were playing. I thought we were going to invite the pressure, then play it long, and then use the pace. He's already said we're not playing attractive football. We need to get out of this, which is fair enough. So I just thought we're inviting the pressure to use the pace of Joffrey, Raphinha, James, and Harrison to break that line, to give their defence something to think about. If we can play it over the top of their midfield and the forwards, then them lot should cause riot, really. I mean, Ben White wasn't playing. You'd think the pace we have, we can deal with their defensive line and at least create something in that final third. But we just happily sat there. And then when they did get the ball, I thought his style of play was all about targeted pressures. So if you know you can win the ball, you go in as a unit, 3 or 4 you, and you'll win that ball. We just spent the first half of that game chasing shadows. I don't know how many times I counted just lads getting passed around, Kalvin getting passed around. Kalvin doesn't fit this system. He doesn't. I mean, you look at Kalvin before Bielsa, Kalvin during Bielsa, and Kalvin now. He's closer to before Bielsa than Bielsa, isn't he? He doesn't suit him. You have Phillips and Click in the middle of the park. Click, do you know something? I thought he was so good against City. I thought, he does put in these performances every now and again, and he is an option, but he's not what they want him to do. I mean, Phillips is better when he's in that role. He's at the buffer zone for when their attack gets to the defence. He will almost slow it down so the defence have time to get settled and get ready for this. Get ready for any attack that team is going to throw at them. And at points, Click and Phillips were so far up that they were basically ineffectual. They couldn't do anything. Click wants to be further forward. He doesn't want to be defending. He's not capable of it. He's not good at that kind of thing. I think it highlights the fact that Phillips needs to leave. In the summer, he has to leave. If he wants to get on that plane to the World Cup, he has to go because he'll get crucified, won't he? Even if we stay up, he'll get crucified if he's picked because you know what's going to happen. We're going to play the same system. He doesn't fit. And I do feel bad for him because last year he was incredible. He's incredible. When he gets the ball deep, he can play those long, expansive passes, really stretch the play, and he just isn't given the option when we're playing so narrow like Jesse obviously wants us to. So that was the first goal. It's been a while, that. It's been a while about the first goal. But now it's time for the second. And Koch gets pulled across. Llorente is marking himself because he's like a defensive scarecrow. And Eddie's buzzing because he can just tap it in. Tap it straight in. Meslier hasn't got a chance. But he's literally stood on his own. Llorente is the worst defender I've seen. Like, I wouldn't mind, but a friend of mine, Meg, said he's going to score today. He's going to do your head in. He did score. But it's fine because he's already made a defensive error. So, yeah, thank you for getting that one goal back. Thank you. He played for the Spain national team. Shocking. So there you have it. 10 minutes in. We're 2 goals down. The game's gone, hasn't it? I mean, it finished 2-1, but that was such a flattering result for Leeds. We were nowhere near them. They were on autopilot for like 80 minutes. They were. And at the end, when they were like, we should probably start playing here because they might nick an equaliser, they started playing again and they started walking through us again. It wasn't exactly like we were playing really well. It's just Arsenal were like, but this is in the bag. Why bother exerting ourselves any further? We don't really have to. So yeah, there's the 2 goals. And now I just want to bring up this because I'm going to do a video separate to the PR stuff and obviously some of the videos that were released 2 hours before the game that were just ridiculous. And also the shirt thing, ridiculous. It's something we didn't really need, isn't it? Yeah, it is what it is. But Jesse Marsch has now had 9 games of 1 international break, and I'm struggling to see what he's done. The Leicester game, we looked so defensively solid. It was like, wow, how has he done this quick? And ever since then, it's been deteriorating. We've just looked worse and worse, and we still look so hectic in defence. It makes it harder because you want to give him a chance. I want to give him a chance. Obviously, Bielsa did so much for us. It wasn't working. He had to go. He had to go. The timing was weird. considering the new Jesse Marshall was coming in, it was weird because why would you not just bring him in January? I don't know why you let the window close. I do, because you can then use Bielsa as the scapegoat for Bielsa didn't want anybody. So if anyone brings it up and they said we had to release a statement saying we had to sign youngsters because Bielsa didn't want anyone, it's the best of the team to say that we didn't want anyone either. But that'll be another PR thing in the next video. He speaks about pragmatism, and I don't see it. We go 5 at the back against City and look really good. It seems to be working really well. And we go to Arsenal, who are up there still. They're not as good as City, nowhere near. Stay 5 at the back then. If you're happy with playing 5 at the back, I don't think Raphinha should be playing wing back. Wouldn't advise that. But still, he must fit in the system somewhere else further up. You play like a 5-2-3. You're still going to have Phillips. The only people you have are Phillips and Click. There's no one else to play there. I mean, you have Bate. Bate was incredible when he came on. I think his footballing brain is so much better than everyone else's. It's bizarre. Like, you saw a ball where he just knocked on to Rodrigo, and Rodrigo was running. He had no idea where he was going. He was off. Off to the stars. Not a clue what he was doing. Just give him a chance. What have we got to lose at this point? What have we got to lose? I think if you aren't resigned to going down, then please, just tell me how to feel that way, because shocking. I've said shocking about 1 million times this video. Great. It confuses me, the positivity he has. We lost against City. He said it felt like a win. It didn't. A point would have felt like a win. Any points on the board further than this would feel like a win. It doesn't though. He goes on the pitch, he's saying your fans will keep us up. They won't, because unless there is a 20-goal a season striker in the stands that can come on for the last few games, they won't. It means nothing. And I wish I could go to games. I can't afford to, unfortunately. But the fans in the ground are absolute credit, and you'd think they'd feel bad. Ayling will feel bad. I know he will, but tough in it, really. He chose to do that. He knows better than that. How old is he? 30, 31. But I just feel bad for them. They deserve better than that. Leeds fans do deserve better than that. I know everyone says we're awful. But everyone hates us, don't they? So, haha. But he's keeping this positivity kind of spin going, and it's frustrating, man. Like, Rodrigo hasn't been up to it, but he was getting games because we have nobody else, and he's part of this leadership group, which is a complete myth, by the way. This leadership group that he's in there, Ayling must be in it. There's a vital part of the leadership group now, just doing something so stupid as that and then making everyone else look like idiots. So fair enough, whatever. But where do these home truths come in? These players must know they're not Premier League players. I mean, let's be fair. Bielsa polished a turd. We shouldn't be here. We're a mid-table championship side. We were. He came in. I don't think anybody expected playoffs, let alone next season winning it. We hardly recruited and we won the league. Ridiculous. Heckingbottom now is going to get promoted. There's a chance Heckingbottom could go up and we could go down. 2022. What is it? It genuinely feels like the lads have no idea what they're doing. We went from, as he said it, overtraining to apparently not training, which is, I don't think it's the way he wanted to go. I do think he would have wanted these boys at least doing some sort of training. These boys to at least do some sort of practice. Just get the formation down, boys, please. I'm begging you. But that is it for this video, and we have Chelsea on Wednesday, so well, that's going to go well, isn't it? I mean, I honestly thought we could get a result against Chelsea, but after that Arsenal game, we could get absolutely battered. Let me know what you think down below. How did you think the game went? Did you think I'm talking rubbish about anything? Because, you know, I generally talk rubbish anyway, but I don't understand what's going on at this club. I honestly don't. We go down, it is due to the board. I'm going to have a video about the squad and who will go and stay, because I'll be honest with you, I don't think many of them will stay. Don't. So, yeah. Stay safe, guys, and I'll catch you next time.